Hello and welcome to Looplearnings, and in today's video we are going to see how to create search functionality in Microsoft Access. So if you're interested, then stick around and let's get started. If you're a regular visitor of my channel, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to Looplearnings. Consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. I make and upload 2 videos in a week. One video is about soft skill and other video is about computer skill, such as the video you're watching right now. So today's video is about how to create search functionality, and this is part 8 of the series. We have already uploaded 7 parts of the videos already, and their links are in the description below, so just to make things easy for you. So I would recommend you to watch those as well, so you get a better understanding of what we are trying to create here. And this is a real world life example as well, so you will get some benefit out of it watching it. This video is also brought to you by Outgo Apparels. Visit outgoapparels.com to shop for t-shirts, polo shirts, caps, etc. on very economical prices. The link for the outgoapparels.com is also in the description below. Now let's jump right into Microsoft Access and let's start coding. Alright, so now we are in Microsoft Access, and today, as I mentioned, we are going to build the search functionality in the dynamic form. Right now there are only 2 records, so you must be thinking the search is not required, and rightfully so. But in reality, in production, you have certainly more than 2 records. So you might be having hundreds or thousands of records, and if you provide the search functionality to your user, they will be extremely happy and they will praise your application building thought process. So search is always good. Doesn't matter how many records will the application will have. Anyway, so we are going to build a search, and what we are going to do is, first of all, the logic we are going to build, I'm going to explain. If this text box is empty and somebody clicks on search, they should be getting a message, error message, basically stating, hey, put something here in this text box to search, right? And that's technically common sense as well. So that's the first logic we are going to build. The second logic we are going to build is we are going to search people by name. So we are going to target this particular column, right? So employee name, that's the column we are going to target. And what we need to do is we need to build code behind search first, and then we will build code behind show all record as well, because ultimately after the search is completed, we want to get back to the original state of the list box, and for that we will build code behind show all button. So let's go ahead and build code behind search button, write code instead. What I would like to do, because I would like to keep the same sequence of the information even when we are performing search, so I would like to copy this sequence because I might forget. And to do that, I will take the snipping tool. This is what I do, so it's easier for me to refer. All right, okay, now let's go to the design view of this form and select search button, and then we will go to the event tab. On click event we have to build, and ... code builder. Okay, and this is where we are going to build or write our code. Why I keep saying build? Anyway, so first thing first, let's get our error handling in place. So on error, resume next. Okay, let's write the first logic. So if this text box is empty, and what is the name of this text box? TXT keyword. If this text box is empty, then give a message to the user that type in your search parameter in order to search the record. So let's write that code. If is null me.txt keyword dot value is equal to true, then to cmd.beep message box. So we want to give a message, please type in the search parameter to search the record. Okay, comma, what type of message we want to give. Oops. We have to remove this, otherwise we are going to get error here. Comma, we want to give it this as a VB critical, and the title of the message should be information. And then we want to set the focus back to this text box. So me.txt keyword dot set focus. This you will have to do in order to build a pleasant user experience for your user. If that is false, then what needs to be done? Then what we need to look at, because this form will be used for multiple records display and multiple functionalities, and therefore what we need to do is we need to refer to this text box. So whatever information is being displayed on this list box, we have to search from that record, right? If for example employees information is being displayed, we will certainly would like to search for the employees only. We will not be searching for vehicles records. I'm sure you're getting my point, what I'm trying to say here. So you need to refer to this text box. So whatever is appearing here, according to that perform search. So in our example here, it is appearing employees, and that's what we need to give reference to. Else if statement again, if me.txt now viewing dot value is equal to what? Employees, right? Is equal to this employees, then right, then the row source for this list box, me dot dynamic list dot row source. And now we are going to write the SQL statement. Basically, if you remember SQL statement that I had written in video number 7, in order to bring that record, right? So that's what we need to do here. So in here we need to refer to these column sequences. There is another column called employee ID which is hidden at the moment, and that's the first column. We need to remember that. So SQL statement always starts with select statement, select emp ID, that's the first column which is hidden, then emp name, okay, comma emp name, comma, then we have got email, comma, then we got emp type, comma, department, comma, login, password. All right, so this is, until now we have not yet built the search functionality. Now what we are going to write the code that will be applicable for searching the record. So from which query, if you remember, we use the query employees queue, right? That's the query. From this is the query from where we are bringing the information or searching the record, from employees queue, right? So we have told the access, bring this information from this query, but we are building a search record where where clause will occur here. Where what? Where what? That's what access is asking. Where we will tell emp name. Okay, emp name. Like, so you have to use the like parameter. No, not parameter, like. You have to use the like functionality, because what you would like to do is basically to build a functionality. For example, if there are 5 names with that has John, right? So you want to type John here, right? Sorry, my bad type handwriting. So you want to type here John and click on search button, and any name, employee name that has John should be filtered in this list box. That's what we are trying to build here. So that's why we use like parameter. Okay, so like what we are going to refer it to, we are going to refer it to this text box. Now this text box is located on dynamic form, so that's what we need to give reference to. Forms, oops, exclamation mark, dynamic form, exclamation mark, txt keyword. Okay, ampersand, and if my keyboard works, and then asterisk sign. This asterisk sign mean anything that you see in this list box, anything which means referring to this text box. So whatever is mentioned in this text box, any name that has whatever mentioned in this text box, filter it. That's what it is doing. The other thing we would like to do is we would like to recurry the list box. me dot list box, me dot dynamic list dot recurry, and then we have to close the if statement, and this time we have to close twice because there are 2 if statements in here. Let's debug it, save it, close it, test it. Let's see if it works or if it is searching or not. We go to employees, and in here first let's test the logic. I have not provided anything, so I'll click on search, and rest assured it is working. Please type the search parameter to search the record. So let's type in our search parameter. Let's type in John, click on search, and rest assured it is searching for John. Perfect, and that's what we wanted, right? So if there are 5 names that has John, it will always search for the John. Okay, let's do another search, like, okay, search, and it is searching. Perfect. Now I want to build I want to write a code behind this button, show all, because after the search is completed we want to return back to the original state. So show all, that's what we are going to write behind this button. Let's look at another scenario. Okay, now here's the thing, that's why I did intentionally. What Microsoft Access, I think I may have limited knowledge about it, but Microsoft Access always look for the first name. So for example here the first name is Wakas, second for this name the first name is John. If I search with Sina, for example, it's not searching. Now if you want to build a functionality with, I know there are some countries they would like to have first name and last name, and by the way they have separate record sets for first name and last name. If you want to build that, you can build. So you can either search with the first name or with the last name as well, so that can be built. in SQL statement as well. For example, if you want to give a search parameter, for example, department, right, you can build within this line of code. Let's try to build. Let's go design. So I want to search with the name or with the department. So that's the functionality I want to build. Let's try to modify here. So in here, what I need to do is I need to copy this code. Perhaps I'm just trying to, you can also do that, or statement we will build here, or department, right? So what I told Access that, hey Mr. Access, either you search with the employee name or you search with the department. That's what I've just done here. Let's see if it works. Login. I'll go to employees, and this time first let's search with the name. Okay, so it's not working, right? Why it is not working? Let's see. So what are we missing here? I think this where clause we have to remove. It will be used only once. That's, let's go to the login again. Yep, so it's searching with the name. Let's search with the department. So let's search with service. Perfect. So we used where clause twice, and that's why it was not searching the record. And this is the beauty. I always love this error handling, and the error comes and you're suddenly stuck somewhere, and then you will have to think about it, find where you did a mistake. And that's the beauty of programming. It makes you think, beyond your comfort zone. And that's what you got to do if you want to become a programmer. I'm not a programmer, I'm not a software engineer at all. I'm just demonstrating what I have learned, what I know, and that's it, nothing else more than that. So you can build multiple, you can provide multiple search parameter in the SQL statement, and you can perhaps add the employee type, you can perhaps add the email, whatever you wish to. But if you will provide too many search parameters, your code will be congested according to me, and that would not be a really useful way of developing. You can provide one or two search parameters, and then of course in reporting you can give flexibility to user to search with the name, search by month, search by date, search by year, search by so and so. That you can build in reporting. Anyway, so I hope you are learning along with me. Let's search for the parts department. So anyone working in parts, that will be filtered here. Now let's go ahead, build or write the code behind show all button, and that's very easy. What I would like to do, I would like to cheat here. Essentially it will be the same code as we have used in employees, under employees button here. Okay, that will be essentially the same. So I'm going to use the same code. Sorry for that if you think I'm cheating. I'm just trying to make this tutorial short. All right, event and behind show all button. But if you're learning, I would recommend you to please write your code by yourself first time or first 2 or 3 times, and then you can do this cheating so-called cheating by copying pasting. Let's do another copy and paste. On error, resume next. Okay, be good. So in here we also would like to refer to this, so we want to get back to the same records which we were looking at. So if me dot txt now viewing dot value equal to what? Equal to employees, then what needs to be done? Then show this record. We need to be careful here a little bit because we have copied this form. Doesn't mean that it will be applicable here. We need to do a little bit modification. So this we don't need actually. This is what we need, and in here we need to remove this, and we have to use me. Okay, why we have to remove? Because when this code was behind the dashboard, then from dashboard we were transferring the data to dynamic form, and that's why we have to use this kind of method to refer to the dynamic list. But right now we are already in the dynamic list or this dynamic form, so we don't have to refer to it as another form. So basically it's on the same form that we are using the code here. All right, let's remove this also. Make sure you do that, otherwise you're going to get stuck. Oops. End statement, of course. Debug it, save it. Yep, go. Let's test it out. Login. Employees, let's search John. Okay, search. Now we want to go back to the original list again. Click on show all. Boom, we are here. Search, show all, search, show all. Perfect. So it's working very nicely. Another thing I would like to do is just to make users experience more pleasant. So generally what happens, people tend to, and even I did right now when I was searching, so people tend to John and then hit enter key on the keyboard, and that is the general user behavior. So you want to build that in Microsoft Access search functionality as well. So it's very easy to do. Let's go back to the design view of this form. Let's text box, let's select that. So you can build in two ways. On lost focus, I like to build that. So for example, when the focus will be shifted from this text box to somewhere else, then the search will be activated, otherwise it won't. So, or you can build behind on click event, but that will not be suitable here in this example. Otherwise you keep getting error and error whenever you are even typing. So on lost focus is perhaps the best option here. So ... what we need to do, we need to just call the search button. So if we go here, we need to call this only. That's it. That's what we need to do. Oops. Okay. Call this. That is it. It's as simple as that. So let's log in again. Go to the employees form, search for workers, and then I will hit tab, or I will move the focus to somewhere else, and then it should search. There you go. It is searching, it is working. Let's search for parts. It is working. All right, cool. So that's what we did today. Another thing I wanted to show you here, perhaps if I create a new record here, you will see that even when I will click on save, or when I will close this form, this list box will not be updated. So I don't like that. I want this to be updated automatically. So that's what, first let me demonstrate what I'm talking about here. So let's create another employee. Perhaps, who should we name? Tom Cruise. So tom@email.com, department service manager Tom, save. So you would see that even I saved, I closed, this list box is not yet updated. Until I will close it, open it again, then it will get updated. So that's not really a user-friendly environment. What I would like to do, the moment I saved the record, or the moment I closed that form, the moment I close this form, the list box should be updated automatically. That's what I want to build. So let's do that. So design view, and we'll go to the event tab, and in here we want to look for on close event. Right here it is, on close event. This is what we need. This is where we need to, where it is, on close here, dot dot dot, code builder. And what we need to do when on close, when the form is being closed, we need to update our list box. On error, resume next. All right, so forms, all right, and dynamic form, and dynamic list dot requery. Okay, I'm kind of forgetting whether it was requery or refresh. Let's see. If we get error, we will see. All right, close this. I think it would be refresh, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see. Let's create another record, and this time we will choose, who should we choose? Mr. Elon Musk, email.com. Let's choose his department, other, genius. Elon, save. Okay, now here's the moment of truth. So whenever we close this form, we want this list box to be updated. And here we go, it is updating. So it's a requery, it's not refresh. So yeah, that's the functionality I wanted to build, and that is it for today's topic. I hope you have learned something. Even if you have not, please do let me know in the comments below. And sorry for the noises around me. Please do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and until the next time, I will see you. Thank you very much, and take care. Bye bye.